So I had this thought, and I hope that you like it. My future daughter-in-law had actually made this comment to me about having to pay close attention because she wasn't really sure if she was doing the pose yet or correctly. And it kind of reminded me that I've been in that situation when I first started doing yoga, and I was so lost and just kind of struggling through, wondering, kept looking at the teacher, trying to figure out what is she doing now, am I on the right track? And I've seen funnies out there that actually were probably me. But so I thought maybe we could just take one pose at a time. Today we're going to focus on down dog. And the reason I picked it is really kind of a resting pose. So the benefits of it is that it does align the spine, and it strengthens our arms and our legs. And it actually balances the nervous system. And it's used a lot as far as like a transition pose from one asana to another. So you'll see a lot of people going into down dog. Now there are modifications you can do, and you should really listen to your body or talk to your doctor too before doing a lot of things if you have any health issues, to make sure that these are acceptable by the doctor for you to do. I'm yapping away here. My mind is going in many directions. Scary. So I will focus on first showing you the way I typically do it. A lot of asana transitions are done this way. But then I'm going to give you a couple modifications to do. I will usually have people go into tabletop with their wrists underneath their shoulders, their knees underneath their hips, curling the toes under, and then lifting the hips in the air. Lift the hips high. You'll find your back in between, or if I wanted to talk, you'll find your head in between your biceps. Lifting the hips up, and your heels may not touch the mat, and that's perfectly fine. They don't need to. Just stretch them out, and a lot of times it'll be walking the dog, which is really taking that right leg and pushing back on that foot, at the same time bending the left knee. So you're really feeling the stretch in the back of that right leg, and then alternating it. So now you're doing the stretch on your left leg while bending the right knee. That's called walking the dog. Then you can push back on your heels again, remembering to lift those hips up, keeping those hands straightened. And then just kind of, if someone says wave the tail, it just means moving your hips back and forth. Now when you do this, these little inner part of your elbows, a lot of people will actually try and go like this, and so they're almost facing the front of the mat, but you really want them facing each other. And you want your fingers wide, pushing down on the mat, gripping with your fingertips, because that will distribute the weight between your hands, so it's not all on your wrist taking effect. If you do have wrist issues, anything with your hands, wrist issues, elbow or shoulder, again, you want to talk to your doctor or whoever you're seeing to just kind of make sure that, you know, what they suggest. I have heard where wrist is taking like part of your mat, maybe I should do it that way, and then kind of rolling it over and just resting the upper part of your palm down, letting your fingers come down onto the floor. So you're just resting this part on the mat. So that's one way you can do it. I've also seen where inversions, some people can't really do the inversions. And so when we're doing the transitions, I've actually just told them, go into tabletop. And when we're walking the dog, just push your foot back, extend that leg, push the foot back, come in, then do the other side. And then from there, they can go into whatever pose we happen to be in. And then for chair, stand in front of the chair, bring your hands down to the seat. Maybe you want to move your feet out just a little bit. Bring yourself down. Push back on your hips and pushing forward on your crown of your head, almost like you're trying to reach forward. And you'll really feel it in the back of your thighs. And you'll feel in your arms as well. But you have the support of the chair. So that is the basics on down dog. Again, if you have any type of injury, even ankles or anything like that, always check with your doctor first. So please let me know your thoughts. Do you have any questions or anything like that? I would love to hear from you. Have a great day.